Our Minecraft servers provide Get Sourced, offering fast, friendly support, reliability, and performance. Get your server at Get Sourced.
Check out our radio station. Go to creepersden.com and click the radio link to check out our radio station.
Would you like to listen to our podcast live? Access our TeamSpeak 3 server. Link at creepersden.com.
Co-starring today, Uno Moonflower.
Ah.
Hi!
Hello, Baron von Copperschmidt.
LG, no offense, your intro thing kind of sucks.
Oh, fuck you.
Also, there was no exclamation point where there was supposed to be an exclamation point. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Beach is like monotone.
No kidding. And
Mononucleosis.
yours seems a bit redundant.
Mine?
Go check out our radio station. Click
Yeah,
on the
I know,
radio
right?
stick to check out our radio station.
I didn't write it. It's a crappy guy. I don't know what was.
Crappy guy? You mean LG?
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
didn't like that.
I meant
Fatty.
the writer, but okay. Oh, and thank
welcome
you, Beach.
welcome to episode 4. Fatties so nice.
Oh, Fatties on ice.
No.
Fatties so
Fatties
nice.
so
Fatties
nice.
so nice.
What's the
You
difference?
decide.
That's the name of this episode.
Comment below. Fatties so nice or fatties on ice. Anyway, all right. On to our personal section. I studied a lot, and I coded a bit.
What'd you study for?
I studied to finally finish the semester. I'm blasting through this personal section, Angry.
Yeah, you have like everything that's in
and
a row.
and I've been sleeping a lot.
Finally.
This is like word for word.
Poopy.
Like literally, at least you're not saying like dash studied a lot.
Dash. Now I'm tier 3. I am now a ranger and thunder arrow.
Nice, we got 2 thunder people.
Golf club.
Awesome.
He's so nice over in
Yeah.
Notch. It's almost fatty so nice. You know what is so nice it is.
Not fatties on ice though, because we're in the desert. Finding ice would be rare.
No,
Not
Just
really.
saying.
we're kind of pretty close to the winter biome. Anyway,
pretty
your turn.
All right. So yeah, like I said, there's 2 thunder people, and I am the other one. I am now a dragoon, and I'm the thunder brand subclass. And I don't really like the reagent that was added. Just saying.
You
On
know, bouncing issues. Cover it in the changelog.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then on Friday I went to see The Dictator.
Was it good?
It was
Yes.
a really good movie. Wicked funny. Some like inappropriate stuff. But you know it's rated R, so who cares?
So you would
And then-
suggest?
Huh?
You would suggest?
Yes, I would. Unless you're like a little boy or
No,
girl.
even if you're a little boy, go. If you're a little girl, potato bag?
Yeah, potato bag.
Yeah, get a bag of sack of potato.
Yeah,
You know it.
you don't want to go there.
I don't even
Get a
know what I'm
potato
doing.
bag. All right. Anyways, today, for a school trip, I went to the power plant by a place, and it was really cool. And my dad gave the field trip, so it was like weirdish.
Was it nuclear?
Wait. School field trip to a power plant?
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it a nuclear power plant?
No, it's
For
not
some
nuclear.
for some
Oh.
reason, I thought you went, after school, took your bike down to the power plant.
No.
It's like, this place is really cool.
Just
Tell you what.
and some of the toxic waste.
Come back and bike's gone angry.
You Massachusetts people and your love of power plants.
And then, today, oh, okay, now I know what I meant. And then after the power plant, I went to Burger King, right? And we had to eat there. And so, me and my friend, at the end, we, ended up getting, like, an ice, I think it was like an M&M sundae. And we had to leave when we were, like, halfway done. So we had to, like, scarf down the entire thing. And we did that in, like, 1 minute, and we got, like, so hurt after that. But it was worth it. It tasted delicious. And then also, Burger King was pretty weird. They had like these, you know how like they have the trays and they have the paper with like their name on it? They
Yeah.
they didn't put Burger King. They put Burgkin, like Burgkin. Like, why put the whole thing?
Well, it's obvious
Save
it's a
money.
tub.
Also, just want to mention, Beach says that Angry couldn't have rode his bike down to the power plant because LG stole it.
I have a few. I wouldn't mind riding my purple bike that's all sparkly.
No,
Oh,
beach,
God.
beach, beach. I didn't steal the bike that he went to go. When he left it there, I took it.
No.
Dumbass.
If LG did take my bike, though, I'd probably go with the blue one that I have, and then if I have to, I'll take my sister's one that I use, because they all work with me.
What
Yeah.
if you took all of them?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Then that's, probably just walk, if I really wanted to.
That down at the power plant?
But you could have made an epic choice. Wait.
Tricycle?
Bicycle. Well, there are some more bikes. I
Exciting.
could ride a Barbie bike with the, what are those, like, the things off of the handlebars? Streamers, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I
What?
should have those. Yeah.
Alright, and the last one?
And then, this one's pretty funny. I was talking to, my school is separated into weeks. There's A weeks and B weeks. I'm in A weeks. And then I was talking to somebody in B weeks, right? And so we both had the same, like, actually, like, almost the exact same classes. And so she was talking about the English class, and I was like, so we have to do, like, a project for English where we have to do, like, 12 poems. And we only did 7 total. We have to do, like, 5 before the end of the year, which is really close. And she was like, we have to do a 2-page essay on our vacation, or how would an alien react to finding a cell phone if it came here. And then they also have only 4 poems done, so they have to do 8. And I was like, ha! Yeah.
Wait.
Huh?
Wait, cell
Hold up.
phone and aliens?
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, that's all I really got out of that. I stopped listening
Why?
as soon as you said cell phone. Right?
That
I was
was
like,
the-
oh, da-da.
That was redundant. You didn't
What
even
is
need
it supposed to
know
be
that.
like a creative writing project? Or?
Yes, that's what it
Oh.
was. And we didn't have to do that. They did. And that's
You know
why
what the
it
sad
was
thing
funny.
is, guys? I
Hmm?
remember doing that exact same assignment.
What grade
Cool.
are you in, Angry?
I'm a freshman.
I think I remember doing that in like 8th grade though.
Yeah, same here.
Like in middle school. Huh.
I don't think I did that last year.
Alright then. LG,
That's weird.
what's going on in your life?
Well, basically, last Saturday, I had to spend 6 hours watching my mom do these really stupid games to train for her Winn-Dixie training to become a deli person. It was.
That's the second thing on your list.
I'll tell the first.
Why you
one
go
last.
out of order?
I'm
God,
saying the first one
Montero
last.
went like word for word, so now you're going out of order? What
Fix
the
it.
heck? Everybody else went in order.
Damn it.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
All
okay.
fixed.
Albanians.
After I turned
Alright.
16, my mom said she's gonna try to get me a job at.
Wait, LG said that
Hmm.
wrong.
It's after you turn
15.
15.
Only 14.
You said 16.
I said
Yeah.
15.
You wrote
I
15.
said
You said 16.
I said 15.
You
LG,
said
I swear to
16.
God, go back, listen to it. You said 16.
Okay, I will go
Albanians
back.
don't know
Anyway,
numbers.
Comment below and tell LG he's terrible at math.
shut the fuck
I
up.
tried to add 2 instead of 1.
Floridians can't do math. It's just a known fact.
It's
Oh,
just-
look, even Zelda Corporation said it's true. Floridians can't do math.
Shut up. Shut up.
oh. Alright, and next.
Anyway, after I turned 15, 1-5, I might
Hey.
be getting a job.
Calm your tits.
He went all muffled. That was
Yeah.
weird.
And all like, oh, I'm gonna mumble a little bit. I think he got muted
Turn
because he's got
15.
someone that walked into the room.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna tell his next story.
No, you
So
won't.
LG, I am finally finished with my piggy bank in the wood shop. I have made a little wooden piggy, and I like to touch it, and his name is Jesse. And there's pictures on his Facebook, on my
That's
Facebook.
creepy because my middle name is Jesse.
Ah, okay.
Angry, you want to tell the next one?
Almost done with school. That's his next one. That's all he has.
If you call that school, you're in Florida.
Ordinians.
God, like there's like 2 Floridians like listening in, right?
Yeah.
And they're like raging so much because of this. It's so funny.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Oh, apparently
Um,
Zelda painted your pig.
Okay. Also, funny story. I was in journalism, and a friend of mine got stabbed in the arm with my penis, because I don't know what else I'm going to have in
Not the
journalism.
story, you douche.
Why don't you tell the story then? I hate
Sorry, my
reading your
mom just
personal...
left. Anyway, no. The story goes like this. Basically, my friend is somehow impervious to pain. He can't feel any pain. If you were to stab him, he wouldn't feel it.
He's a leper.
Anyway.
Either that or he had a stroke.
I could never read my personals.
When he was, I think it was like in his not freshman year, like junior year, he got stabbed in the arm because he was the tallest dude in the class, and we had like this exchange student from Africa, and basically it was like to assert his dominance, he had to like take on the tallest person, and him telling that story was so freaking hilarious because he couldn't do anything to him.
Wait, hold on.
Why
I'm
you
so
racist?
confused about where this
Yeah.
is going. There's a tall person, and then there's another tall person, and they're both
And
tall
then there's
people.
Africa.
Why
And
did
Africans are involved.
Why did he get his arm stabbed?
Just
Because
tell
he's
him-
the tallest? What is
all he
like
has to
being
do
the
is-
tallest?
All you gotta do is tell the African that the country is full of malaria, and he'll step down.
Okay, basically what happened, Angry, is like he told me that the kid has to like challenge the tallest person in the room to like assert his dominance, like that, and he gets stabbed in the arm. So he kind of picks the dude up and like throws him
Evades.
across. some
Why are you
desk.
guys fighting? God, this is why you're bad at math.
I
Probably
wasn't
can't even
fighting.
add each other's heights together.
And anyway,
Jesse.
Yeah, so
Captain
Jesse.
Jesse Slaughter.
No, just
Okay.
Jesse.
didn't
We
even-
fixed that for him.
No.
Jesse. Or no, sorry, I
Oh,
like
wait.
that better. Jesser. Jesser.
Wait.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wait.
Yes, sir.
Flower.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
Go
Go
on.
on.
Well,
It-
studied a lot. Apparently it says I studied.
Where?
It's like getting cutting out.
Oh.
But I'll read his thing. He's studied a lot.
My last two classes are
He's just
His
really
last two
breaking up
classes
now.
is on
Same.
Wednesday
My
and
last
Thursday.
two classes are between dimensions where I'm currently being teleported.
yes, quite. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's the end of the semester for me, and I'll be
Wednesday
going
and
out to the
Thursday.
beach. Yep. What else? Oh, last Thursday. Yes. Time travel is confusing. Last
was
Thursday,
dimension
I was on the train asleep, and all of a sudden, fight breaks out in front of me, like a whole fist fight, blood everywhere. And I finally figured out what the fight was about, and apparently it was two guys arguing over which was better, StarCraft or World of Warcraft.
Huh.
And the cops
Nerd
came on, and we're
fight.
just like, really? Come on.
Well, Blizzard was supposed to do a game sort of like World of Warcraft for StarCraft a long time ago.
Yes.
Long time ago. And then they
Any
dropped
whore.
it. Oh,
Any whore?
Pirates, yeah. I have an unhealthy obsession with pirates, as it might be known. Or might not be known.
so do you
Yes,
walk
now.
around your
Oh.
college with like a
Angry.
parrot
Yeah.
on your shoulder?
we need
I
to
do
rename the
walk
episode.
around my school in pirate gear.
We're going to be renaming the episode.
For what?
Butt Pirate. No, I'm kidding. The sea expansion. I don't know.
Whatever.
Let's see, what else? Oh, I also recently found out that apparently I'm considered a lower senior, even though I've only had one semester at this college.
Well, that's the point. Semesters kind of count as there's 3 per year. So yeah, I see where they're going with that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
was just
I
like,
see it now.
I was like, holy crap, I time travel? Am I a time lord?
You're a Dimension Lord.
Yes.
Wasn't
Anywho, what else? I've also been playing loads of Minecraft, as you guys are perfectly aware.
Mm-hmm.
I'm psyched for my girlfriend's graduation tomorrow.
Whoa.
Woohoo!
Sorry. I didn't get
Oh,
excited.
you said woot. I said whoa.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
I was like, what is he saying?
Let's see, what else? Oh yeah. On what was it? Friday. I was mistaken for a professor at my school.
And
Nice.
how that
Because
make you
I have a
feel?
lot of facial hair, and it makes me look much older. And when I put my reading glasses on, I've got the old round ones. I had that on and the beard and facial hair and what have you, plus sort of a Victorian outfit. So the person comes up to me like, Professor, can you help me? I'm like, yes. Can you
Professor,
tell me where this
Professor!
place is? Yes. Where is it? That building? But what floor? I'm not sure. Are you really a professor? Kind of. I'm a professor of other things, but not school.
I'll profess you, if you know what I mean.
But yeah, and I ended up teaching. It was funny because that same week, that same Friday, after that happened, I ended up basically teaching a class, one of my media classes, because my professor had no idea what they were doing.
I do
They
that
had
all the
no
time.
idea how to use Photoshop or HTML or any of that good stuff.
Have. And there's Albanians in the background.
So the teacher that I had was actually a TA, so I was the TA's TA.
TA.
I was a Tata.
Teaching
Oh,
assistant.
and this past weekend, I got to fire a black powder cannon, and let me tell you this, it is a hell of an adrenaline rush.
Boom!
Oh, don't I know? We've got a couple down here in Woodbury. Right there in the center of town, actually, they got a firing range for it.
Yeah, the one that I fired was a 18th century 16 pounder, I believe, and we fired it into a bunch of trees to make room for a shed.
That sounds like the best
Yes.
use for a cannon ever.
Yes, it was. My friend asked me, so we gotta get rid of some trees and the big hulking pines, and we have two methods. I'm like, okay, what are they? We can either get the chainsaw. I'm like, ooh, or we can get the cannon. I'm like, wait, cannon? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, and
That sounds
yeah.
awesome.
So that was my week.
That sounds awesome.
We get a chance or a cannon. Who has those
Who
kind
the
of
hell would use
choices?
Why would you bother using the chainsaw if you've got a cannon?
Why do you have a cannon?
The stupidest
To
question.
conserve on ammunition.
Conserve ammunition, my ass.
Let me put it this way: the guy who owns it, he's also one of those people that are like, "Yep, zombie apocalypse coming. I'm ready."
Gas is very expensive.
I was
Let's get a
thinking of
cannon.
that.
The cannon came with the house. Thankfully, there were no cracks in it, which meant that it wouldn't explode.
Yes.
Or, blow up in your
Would
face.
you consider crawling into the cannon?
You know what?
I would have if it was large enough, but it wasn't.
Oh.
No, I bet that
We
they were
did
buying
fire
the
a
house.
mannequin out of it.
A mannequin?
Mannequin leg.
Like,
Oh.
Dubbed
I
him
bet-
Charles.
I bet when they were buying the house, they weren't really sure, so they're like, "We'll throw in this free cannon." They're like, "Oh my god, yes!"
Oh,
Buy the
cannons.
house, I'll give you my cannon.
Me like things that go boom.
Anyway. On to the
Anywho,
changelog. The changelog is where we're going to be discussing what's going on in the server. Tier 5 upgrades! They're finally done! Yay! They're so colorful! Everyone can go to Tier 5 now! And all subclasses can go to Tier 4.
Aw, poor tier 4.
I don't think I've created any more branches, and I don't think there's actually going to be any more branches in terms of the original 6 branches. There's going to be like no more until 7th tier. So sorry about that.
Okay.
2 new secret classes and how to get their pirate class is we added a pirate branch. It's actually been suggested by Zelda. Pretty much how to get there is you either go there through Thief class or Swordsman class. Once you master the Swordsman Tier 1, do not move on to Knight, and get the subclass... I'm having trouble remembering the name. The subclass Pickpocket with Swordsman. And after you master that at level 20, subclass, you will be able to move on to Swabby, which is the first tier of the Swordsman side of piracy. The Thieves, you have to select... Or no, you have to move on to... No, sorry. Your subclass is Swimmer. Sorry, kind of lame. I get it. Whatever.
Okay.
Level 20 swimmer, maximum level thief. Don't move on to the next tier of thief, and you're going to be able to move on to stowaway, which is your first tier of piracy. Anyway, and the entire thing keeps going on. It's coded up to tier 5 right now, so it's already caught up with all the other tier 5 classes. The last tier is treasure hunter. Pirate, like the actual pirate name for the class, is not going to come on until a couple tiers later. Just a heads up for anyone who's excited.
Speaking of that, those secret classes, can you join them, or that pirate class, can you join it, say, if you start off as a thief, or do you have to reach a certain level or tier?
You would have to maximize thief and then get to maximize your swimmer and not move on to tier 2 before you maximize your swimmer, and then you'd be able to move on.
Oh wow, so you have to stay like the thief for a while?
Yeah, it's a little bit though, because I set those two subclasses to maximize at 20. So.
Oh, okay.
So it shouldn't be too bad.
That's pretty easy. Yeah.
Wait, does that mean that I'm maximized?
What?
No, your subclass. It's totally different. It's a whole different thing.
Oh, I'm a
Right.
Derpenstein.
No, that's
Okay.
fine. Anyway, and the second secret class I'm not going to be putting in until sometime midweek because I'm still going through the coding. I hate doing spells because they take up so much time figuring out the numbers. But scientist branch, you're going to be able to access it through... I already put the subclass in where you need to transfer. You can access it by becoming an acolyte or a mage and getting the subclass reasoning. If you get the subclass reasoning, all you get with subclass reasoning is you get a bandage that heals 25 health. So it's pretty sweet. I don't know. It's good ability, but anyway, once you maximize reasoning and acolyte and mage or mage, you can move on to the first tier. There's going to be med student and chemist student or chemistry student. And then, it's going to keep going on. The whole thing with the scientist class is you're going to be able to cast spells by using very little mana, if any at all. But you will be using a lot of reagents. So keep that in mind. If you've got a lot of items, go for it. I don't care. Pirates kind of combine thieves, swordsmen, and archers in very weird kind of ways with water skills. You're going to have to really play around with that to understand it a bit better. Anyway, certain skills have been nerfed otherwise in the changelog, such as Arrow Storm and Arrow Blast. Instead of shooting 15 to 30, they shoot 5 to 10. Other abilities like all the like Firebrand, Thunderbrand, Icebrand, all those, elemental subclasses, they have been given a reagent, so now you actually need something to cast those spells. That's what Angry's complaining about.
Don't like it.
You got a major case of hurt butt.
Yeah, and all slow abilities require you to use Soul Sand now. Our server... our server is going to be moved to Chicago, so our IP is going to change. So to make this easier for everyone else on the server, simply change the IP to pvp.creepersden.com, and I'm going to be handling it all for you. Pretty much what it does is it forwards you to the IP that I have it set to forward you to. So once the IP changes, I'm going to be shutting down our current server, and I'm going to be starting up the Chicago server, and then I'll move the Chicago IP onto the pvp.creepersden.com, so when you connect, you won't even notice anything. Except the TPS issues being fixed.
Yeah.
And
when are we moving to Chicago?
We're moving to Chicago on the 28th. So
That's
be
pretty
sure
close.
to
That's
change
in
that
7
IP
days.
ASAP.
Yeah, 1 week. Nice.
We put in a secret plugin, and the secret is going to be revealed right now, and after this we're going to be announcing it. It's a boat plugin. We found one that actually works. And in fact, you don't have to stick with boats in water. You could create any sort of sky ship if you wanted to. The only issue is that you can't move up or down in terms of, height. So, I don't know, I just pretty much handed John, Beach, and Slick the keys to the recording server to test this out, so they've been a big help. I had to remove a few things. If you're not able to move your boat, you've got an illegal block on it. just a heads up, I had to take a few things off. Like John had about like 2 chests and about 9 dispensers on his ship, so he could run it around and shoot fire and stuff. But every time he moved his ship, the server crashed, or no, sorry, clients crashed. So we had to. I had to block you from being able to use dispensers, furnaces, anything that can contain items. But we've messed around with it. We've fixed it to the best of our abilities. Stuff like half slabs, you can't use those on your ship. So, sorry. Same with doors. Doors don't work. In fact, there was like a duplication bug. We were messing around with wooden doors. And whenever you turned your ship or moved forward, another door would appear and it would drop. Very weird. So, yeah, and same with Redstone Works. Redstone Works don't work with it, and there's going to be a few changes to the faction plugin coming up. We're going to be removing you being able to place lava buckets in other people's land because of the ships. Sorry, but it's a necessary change. But in compensation, we're going to be giving everyone 7 more power. So hopefully that makes it a bit better.
Yay!
Angry knows what I'm really doing.
That's funny.
So, Mon, tell us, how does one go about using this plugin?
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, I told everyone that there was a boat plugin, but I didn't tell them how to do it. Thanks.
Wait, Mon.
When you construct a boat, have it connected to nothing else other than just the boat itself when you are going to, quote-unquote, create the boat. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to touch your boat with a boat in your hand.
Okay.
Okay, this sounds really weird. You know, a boat item, like an actual boat. You touch your boat with a boat, and then you have to use a map on you, like a map in your hand, and if you right-click, your boat will move in what direction you're looking, and if you left-click, it'll turn in what direction you're looking.
Okay. And is there any speed control?
Yes. If you right-click it, it's either right or left-click. If you right or left-click the boat, you can move like 4 blocks ahead. That's your max speed. Because I'm the admin, I get to move 16 as my max speed.
That's kind of scary. Boom, 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 boom.
Goosh, goosh. I'm gonna go chunks ahead. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna abuse it. But it's the option is there for me. Don't piss me. No, I'm kidding.
You don't abuse anything, yeah.
No.
Yeah, let that serve as a warning. Don't piss off Mont, because he will rain death from above.
Goosh, goosh, goosh.
He already can.
But what
Thunder arrow.
all right, for the people that are concerned about all the things, like what's the point of having a boat or an airship? Think of it this way. If you fly an airship above an enemy's base, you can't place TNT before you enter their territory, but you can place it on the edge of your boat, and then you have to reset your boat, otherwise the TNT won't work. But if you put the TNT on the side of your boat, and then grab some flint and steel, you could drop bombs.
I was wishing you were gonna say that.
Well, you know what? The knowledge is out there.
Dang.
Come on. Now we have to put like obsidian above our...
Yeah, we need to have like a roof.
Not
now.
necessarily, guys.
We have other precautions.
We
Winky
do?
face.
We could shoot him in the face with arrows.
Winky face.
We could burn it down.
Isn't there also a way to shoot TNT straight up so you can have AA guns?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks
We
for
need
giving out our
guns.
defensive plans. No, I'm kidding. Anyway.
Oh, that'd be so cool. I love having turrets like that. Boom. Just launch right up.
Yeah, but it's going to be a bit complicated. We got to figure out how to shoot straight up high enough to hit their ship, because they can't move it up or down, but that means,
Oh, yeah, they could also build really... I should shut up.
we could also just build a fleet of skyships with anti-air cannons.
True.
Just suggesting.
Or I have another idea. We make a giant ship, load it with TNT, and we just go right and count it down. And then they can't do nothing, because they're already dead.
You know what you do?
What?
Okay, we create a gigantic bomber ship. And at the
we
very
name it?
bottom of the hull, you line the hull with TNT.
Yeah.
God.
And have it like be little like bit of dispensers. Just bam, light one TNT, drop it down on them, and have about like an entire like pillar of TNT in the hole. So you just light one on the bottom, light one next to that, so on and so forth. This can get really messy.
Can we name that
Yeah,
bomber Squiggles Revenge?
No.
Oh.
We'll name it Bubbles Revenge.
What about
we'll
the
bomb
Armenian
LG's house.
tragedy?
I was just gonna say we're gonna bomb LG's house with Bubbles Revenge.
God, he
Wait,
loves
wait, wait,
King
wait, you're
Bubbles.
gonna bomb my house.
No.
Yeah.
But you might fuck up and hit the church. Or
I'm not gonna fuck up and hit the church. I don't miss. I'm an
That's
archer.
a risk we're willing to take, LJ.
I'm a tier 3 archer branch. Don't you tell me I'm gonna miss. Jerk.
I'm
Anyway,
just a dragoon. I'm
You're
not miss.
welcome.
and then we're gonna move on to the smithy.
Django!
The smithy is the little section where we discuss things we want added to the server as well as things we want added to Minecraft. Who is black?
Me.
That's LJ. He's the boy.
Okay.
You really need to get a color.
I stick with black. Anyway.
I suggest yellow.
LG, you're a lazy
No,
bum.
yellow's hard to read.
There you go.
Oh my god! You know what?
It really is hard to read.
Wait, hold on. I know what to do. I know the fix. Don't change it.
Crappy yellow.
Okay. Where is the back? Okay. Okay, you can read that now. I'll fix that while you're talking. Go on.
Okay, now what I want added is icebergs or an Arctic biome. So, you know, you still got the,
I thought we already discussed this.
Oh, we didn't.
Did we?
What?
No.
Relatively sure we
Icebergs.
discussed icebergs.
I
Oh.
don't remember that.
I don't think we did. At all.
I think it's a
you're
good
right.
idea.
And I think you are a positive person.
I don't know, didn't we discuss icebergs and penguins?
Yes?
No!
I feel like we've discussed it in episode 1.
I think you did.
I
Yeah.
don't... Okay, fine then.
You stole my idea,
I didn't steal your idea.
and you put it in another episode. There,
Whatever.
fixed.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, the second thing I have is being able to throw bricks and attach notes to them. Since in the next update we're going to be able to write in books, I want to be able to throw bricks and have notes attached.
Well, what if
So-
we just add a note block? Wait. No. I mean, like, you know, write on paper.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
In fact, actually, I saw a plugin on that. Just
I think he wants it to be a brick so he can break windows with it.
Yeah! You break the windows and, like, the person's in the house and he's like, holy shit, somebody's going to kill me.
You know what would be cool?
Hmm.
If you could engrave items.
Yes.
Put your name on it.
Yeah, like you can engrave your sword and like rename it. And so like the sword would be named like LG's Albanian
Venus.
Blade of Justice.
LJ, I think I messed up your words.
You did.
You made it bold.
Damn
Alright, go
I
on.
did. No.
Damn it, Angry.
LJ.
Like,
Focus.
not bad, not bad. Now, I remember seeing this one a long time ago. I'm pretty sure we never brought this up, but being able to use minecarts as boats, and they only work in lava.
We already brought up iron boats.
Oh, damn. Anyway, pet
God, you're
dragons.
just terrible at this.
Oh, fuck you!
High five.
Whatever. Anyway, pet dragons, we ever brought that up?
Nope.
Nah.
Yeah, well, I want pet dragons.
That's
Red
it.
dragons?
Pet dragons. You know, after killing the ender dragon,
Yeah,
you
I
get
would
the
like
egg.
to see the egg.
How about
No,
let's
no,
put
no.
in different kinds of dragons. Let's get like red dragons that shoot fireballs and
I
ice
wasn't
dragons that
done.
shoot snow.
You have
Yeah.
a chance of
They
giving
do nothing.
getting a different kind of egg.
Thunder dragons that shoot thunder. I mean,
Actually,
lightning.
Mon, if you were to do the Ice Dragon with what we have currently plugged in the server, you could have it with the freeze ability on the snowballs.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Freeze people in ice.
Sexy.
But that's like all it would do is freeze someone, deal 5 damage to them. God, it would be so bad. Freaking ice dragons.
Now, another thing I really want is more food.
Fatty!
Well,
wants
what
Funyuns.
types of food? You know, because like all we have is
You want microwave pizza?
maybe.
Yeah, of course you do.
Gosh.
Damn it, Mon, you just made me hungry.
I want to make sandwiches.
Yeah.
And we've already got like wheat, and we got bread, and
Oh, we need some cheese.
Yeah, let's get some cheese in there.
Yeah, we have milk, so you know.
Like
we
spoil
can,
the milk
Yeah,
and get some like
exactly.
cottage cheese and shit.
And then
Yeah.
like let it ferment even
croutons.
later, and you
Im-
can
Oh,
implement
no.
the fridge
This
thing
could be another
you
reason-
mentioned.
Get some croutons and some cottage cheese. Get a bowl.
Could be another reason to add goats to milk goats, so you get that kind of cheese.
Or transform sheep into goats.
Or
Sorry, I
that.
just realized they have chocolate-covered pretzels.
Just give them horns. Make them horny.
LG, I made your word pretty.
Angry, come on. Alright, LG, keep going.
The next one I want is a harder dragon to fight.
Battle music's
And-
actually being worked on, by the way.
Yeah, and some battle music. I mean,
I just said battle music being worked on!
whatever.
God damn it, it's like you're ignoring me. I said it and then you're like, yeah, whatever. And I want battle music. Open.
Anyway. They did this in 1.8, but somehow it disappeared, or I just don't notice it anymore. But you remember how Notch said that he wants it so if you get hit by an arrow, it just like stays there and disappears, like maybe after 2 minutes? Whatever happened to that?
Oh yeah, I remember that too.
It used
Oh,
to stay
yeah.
there.
Yeah, what happened to that?
That's what I'm
Oh,
wondering.
none of us remember that until now.
Wow. Well, because no one used
LG.
arrows until now.
Yeah.
LG, isn't it obvious?
What?
Your Albanian prayers are unending by Notch.
I didn't understand half of what he said.
I
It
heard
was Albanian prayers.
something about Notch.
Unanswered.
You can't answer with a full mouth.
Yeah.
Please
Aw,
do not
what-
eat in podcast.
Why'd you fix that, LG? It was funny.
It said
Yeah.
goat tit.
Go tits.
Yeah. I somehow messed it up and the H went at the beginning and it said go to it at the end.
Okay.
Any whore.
Anyway, I have a couple suggestions. One of the things I really miss from Ultima Online is when you player killed someone. If you killed them, you could take a knife and cut up their body and like take their arms and torso and legs and their head would actually still carry their name. Like if you like clicked on the head to like get the info on it, it
Ultimate
would say like
camouflage.
LG Joker 2002's head. So
Why
what I was
my
thinking.
head?
So what I was thinking is why don't we make it so when you kill someone, they drop a head block, still carrying their name if you put your mouse over it.
I feel
That'd be so
like
cool.
I'm
They can make
each-
like a
And-
totem pole in the middle of town.
And the head still has like their facial features and stuff.
That'd be so cool.
And then you
Wait.
could just, put it on your own head and wear their head.
I'd like to see like a totem
Or-
pole made of everybody you've killed.
I was gonna say, or what you could do is have the face block and then do the crafting thing with blocks in the back and just have a plaque with their head on it.
Yeah. Mounted on a wall.
Just like LG's head over your fireplace.
What? My head?
I mean, why? I don't see why this hasn't already been put in.
It
I
might be a
like
bit
that.
too
That's
gory.
pretty cool.
It's a pretty sweet idea.
Like I said, it might be a bit too gory.
What are you
I-
talking about? There's no gore in the game. Give us heads. Anyway, on top of heads, I would like masks. Like some sort of way to put like a skeleton mask on. Maybe the skeletons will like ignore you for a little bit, because that was also, again, in Ultima Online, you could put on an orc mask and walk around the orcs, and then if you hit one, the orc mask would explode and they'd attack you.
I
But
really want to play Ultima Online now.
it was pretty sweet. Like I would
Somewhat
like
like
to see
how,
like a skeleton mask or a zombie mask.
Somehow like the pumpkins, how the Endermen don't look at you.
Yeah. Something like that.
Oh yeah, what class can even use or wear pumpkins?
None. I have to figure out how to give that to you.
Damn it!
It'll be in tier 6. or
I
maybe
think. What
7.
do you think? Do you think thieves should have that as well?
Thieves should have what?
Ability to put pumpkins on their head so that way they can stand on like a hillside and just look like a pumpkin.
Camouflage.
Camouflage.
Like, crawl onto the ground and become a pumpkin, you mean?
Yeah.
And then the pumpkin, like, if they run, the pumpkin would just be placed wherever they run.
Yep.
Or like, oh no, or like they
I'll
can turn
talk
into-
to the other skill creators. That is a possibility. Very laggy, though. Probably
Or-
wouldn't be able to do that in enemy territory.
Or what they could do is they could like it turn them into a scarecrow, so it'd be like pumpkin head, fence bottom, fence middle, fence arms, or whatever the hell you
Then
want to
why don't you just make your own scarecrow with fences and pumpkins?
Oh no! The thing is, you disappear, and like if you move, you get out of the transformation.
Sort of like a major camouflage thing where somebody will run past you and you can just come out and just stab them in the back.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, why don't you just turn invisible to do that? You can already do the invisibility. In
Yeah,
fact, that
but
probably
it-
sounds like a better idea, because if you're walking around someone else's town as a scarecrow, I'm pretty sure they'd notice.
Oh, well, you can become like...
I'm
let's
just
say-
saying.
Wait, what about a block of dirt or a block of sand or something?
No, transforming into blocks, now we're just getting too silly.
Okay, whatever. I want to
Alright.
eat dirt.
Angry, you got the next one.
I'm. Oh, you know how there's the wireless redstone
Hold
now,
up, I
right?
just realized LG just said he wants to eat dirt. He's such a fatty. My god. Alright, go on, Angry.
What the hell?
What I was saying was, you know how there's like the wireless redstone now, but like I remember you saying that's a bit laggy to do.
Mhm.
Well, I'd like to see like an actual like item that would work with wireless redstone,
Like a redstone
like-
remote.
Like a
Yeah.
small antenna or something.
something like that. Like that'd be pretty cool to see. It would. I don't know. That'd be pretty. Cool.
I don't know. You know what I want to see in terms of redstone? Colored redstone. Take the dye, combine it with the redstone, get like yellow redstone and blue redstone, green redstone. So it makes like putting wires so much easier, especially since, you know,
Yes.
if maybe they're colored, they don't combine with other different colors.
That'd be a
Oh
fantastic
yeah.
idea.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
I feel like that would also like condense so many contraptions.
Yeah.
However, I feel with the wireless redstone, the way that they'd have to do it is it'd have to be one of those things that would cost like 5 diamonds and redstone. Because what
Yeah.
would end up happening is, you know, people
Yeah.
would just end up not using redstone anymore.
Oh,
Or-
well, I was thinking more like, there'd be interference, you know, like some people could just forge their own and it'd work with what you're doing. Like, say, if we had a remote
like a-
hooked up to our gate, they could
Like
just,
a redstone jammer.
yes, like something that would hook up to your wireless redstone.
Yeah, but why
So-
would we use diamonds? Why not gold, since gold is
Yeah.
kind of a better conductor for...
Plus, I remember beach, yeah, exactly. Beach
Does-
is like gold's a conductor.
It would make more sense. I know diamond would be like, oh, you know, it's harder to find diamond than gold.
Well-
but, like, it would make more sense.
What
Gold's not
about
really-
diamond on the outside? It's alternating diamond, gold, and then redstone in the center.
How about no diamond at all? I favor that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It kind of seems like diamond is a bit less rare than gold. Has anyone gone mining recently?
No.
I find a bit more diamond than I do gold.
Well,
when I go
it
mining.
I find a
Depends,
lot
'cause-
more gold than I do diamond.
The gold is higher up than the diamond, so if you're going all the way down, you're not going to find as much gold as diamond, but if you go a little bit higher up, you'll find a lot more gold than diamond.
Just me then.
Plus,
Yep.
if you go in the nether, you can get a ton of gold. Kill a bunch
Yeah.
of diamond
Nether?
pigmen.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I got like, I think 20-something blocks just off of farming in the nether.
Nice.
Yeah, all nuggets stored together. Pretty good.
So, anyway, what's next on your thing?
I have air travel. We have the land, we have the water. Now we need air. I'd like to see that.
I would also like to see air mobs. I know we've already gone over birds,
Yes.
but maybe
Yeah.
like you get a falcon and you can grab its legs.
Wait,
Right.
get a what?
Get like a falcon.
Oh, falcon.
Oh. I thought you said... I like...
And you like grab its leg, and I was like, oh my god.
I don't want to grab a fin's leg.
And maybe
You can
like
grab
an ultra.
LG's legs and have him carry me into a BNG territory.
Well, I was
No,
thinking
no, no,
maybe
no,
like
no, no.
maybe an ultra rare flying mob would be like a giant condor.
Flying whales! We need them.
You know, like the ones that they tell stories about like snatching children up with.
We've already got flying whales, LG. Don't be silly.
But they have tentacles. I don't want them to have tentacles.
Flying whales need tentacles.
Flying whales don't need tentacles.
What are they gonna flap?
They don't.
They need to flap their tentacles. Come on, LG. Be serious
They
here.
have their fins.
No, they have tentacles.
No, LG, no, tentacles.
They also sound like little children, but that's because they're out of. That's because they're out of the ocean. Think about it. If they were in the ocean, they'd sound like. Now they're above the ocean, and they're like.
It does make a lot of
There is so much science in this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
As fuck.
It's like he's thought of this. Full out. And then, for my next thing, I'd like to see automated excavation. There's a mod that I recently played with. I forget what it's called. But it's...
Billcraft.
Oh, yeah, I
it's
think that-
Buildcraft.
Yeah, and that was pretty cool. I like how they had that mine thing.
They had
No,
like a
not
drill?
Tekkit. No.
A drill or something?
Oh, it was a quarry, right?
Yeah, it was a quarry with a giant like tube that just went down and sucked up all the crap.
No. It what it did is it built like this construction area kind of thing, and it had a bunch of like metal like area or
Robots?
whatever. And then within it, it'd have this crane thing kind of, and it'd go around and had a laser at the end, and it'd burn away the blocks, and then it'd shoot it out at the quarry, or it'd store it in a chest.
Angry, I know.
Well, I mean, I think at that point we're getting a bit too technical.
Yeah.
kind of
The way I think of Minecraft, I mean, it's sort of something like semi-medieval time type deal. I mean, we've got furnaces and we've got everything that's really basic. If we didn't have furnaces, we could, use microwaves or ovens if we were talking about something a bit, more advanced in technology-wise.
Plus, we're using redstone, which is like a magic material.
Yeah. I mean, if you use redstone, though, I'm sure you could come up with some sort of automatic excavation tool.
But what about if there was a way to actually travel into the future, like in Minecraft? Not like
Like a minecart DeLorean?
yeah, like a Minecraft.
A Mindlorian.
Yeah, Mindlorian.
We must get it to 88.
And like
You gotta
let's
get
say,
to 88 miles per hour, and to do that, you have to get that 100-kilometer achievement.
uh-huh. No. Well, how about like let's say you built a house, and then after you go 88 miles per hour,
No,
you're
no,
in the
hold
future,
up.
and you see.
LG, you have to go 88 miles per hour and be struck by lightning.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Forgot about that.
Or
Or you need a
let's say,
crap ton of power.
like you make a metal rod, and you can only do it while there's a lightning storm. So you
You
know.
have to hold it in your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, and basically like you go into the future and you see your house and it's like sort of old, rotten, and half destroyed.
Well, how does that work on multiplayer?
Yeah.
I don't know how to work on multiplayer.
Like one person gets struck by lightning, everyone gets moved to the future?
No. You would get moved to the future. Only you, and like you go to a separate world where.
But then it would have to generate the future world based on the old world.
Well, then, Mont, you're getting to like coding technical in that.
Well, no, I'm
But you
not
have
even
to be
getting
technical.
coding technical. Think about it. Like, while people are
Yeah.
building stuff, would structures be appearing in the future and disappearing in the future?
That would be pretty cool.
It's
Fuck.
kind of a little weird the way you're describing it.
If
I
anything,
guess-
it'd have to be like a mod because you can't implement that in the vanilla.
Right, and even if you do make it into a mod, that's going to disappear in 1.3
Yeah.
with the whole server thing. So
Unless like you can only go into the future with everybody.
Meh.
You too! God!
We have to poop that one. It's not a good idea. Same with LG's automatic excavation tool. Though, I shouldn't...
Wait, that one
no,
worked.
hold up. I can't really meh that one, because I actually came up with an idea, Angry. Using pistons and TNT, you could have the thing automatically feed the TNT into the thing, and then just drop TNT down into a hole and keep that going with a clock.
Yeah.
So, you could build your own contraption for automatic excavation and just, things. Anyway, it looks like Luna's got some suggestions.
Yes.
Go on.
One of them is naturally generated glaciers and lava flows.
Okay.
And by glaciers, I mean like large areas in like sort of a snow biome or like an Arctic biome, like was said before, in which there's just large walls of ice
Mm-hmm.
that you could hollow out and,
Yeah,
live in
just
if
like
you were so inclined.
icy wasteland.
Yeah, basically. Sort of like Siberia.
Yeah, Serbia.
Then we can get some husky puppies.
Yeah.
And then
and
dogs
also
could
lava
actually
flows.
naturally... Oh, sorry.
Lava flows, as in like, I don't know if I'm sure you guys all know like the Hawaiian lava flows.
No.
Like just field where it's just blackened and there's lava flowing out of random places and then just stops and starts in another place.
Never heard of that.
You mean underwater lava?
No, when you guys get a chance, look up lava flow. Basically something that builds more land.
Yeah, that the lava flow is underwater lava that sprouts up and then it builds the land.
That's what I'd like to see. Volcanoes.
Yes.
Volcanoes would be cool, yeah.
Well,
Yep.
that's what would come with the lava flows. That's what I was going to
Exactly.
say. Yeah, I'd also like to see more mobs, both hostile and non-hostile.
Like what?
Like non-hostile, I'd like you said, I'd like to see some flying mobs, maybe like bunnies or something, or things that we could actually use.
Hamsters! Guinea pigs.
I want to see orcs. Acting
Yes.
sort of like humans, they make their own weapons. Maybe you can introduce the club.
Yeah, and then
Through
you
that.
could
Oh,
like
that'd
you
be
could
so
you could
cool.
barter with them.
Well, maybe not barter with the orcs because they'd kill you.
I would love to
'Cause,
see
I mean,
an orc
okay,
now.
think of it this way. We got testificates, right? They're peaceful mobs, and they build towns. Well, why not make orcs that build, like, orc forts, and they're hostile?
That'd be really cool.
They work
Not a
the
bad
same way as
idea.
testificates, except they're hostile, and they build stuff that more like huts.
Not a
Wooden
bad idea.
walls around.
Or you could even have it where if the orcs are near a testificate town, they could
They'd
take
raid.
over the town and kill all the testificates.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe send parties out there to kill them.
Yeah.
You know what? I saw recently on the Minecraft forums that they are now implementing trade with the testificates.
Yes, I saw that.
They have this weird red coin that you can now get from the testificates.
Well, what do
Unfortunately,
you
it's not a
use it for?
snapshot. It's for trading.
Well, the coin, you just use it with testificates?
Yep.
So then
It's-
MSK is going to be useless, angry. They're going to ruin our economy.
No, they won't. No, they
Those
won't.
are the punches.
No, we'll have our own economy, and then they'll
They're
have their
killing our
economy.
economy.
No,
No.
there'll be two different ones. It's okay.
They're ruining us.
No.
Nah.
And I have a couple more.
Oh, gone.
Over here. No.
The whole pirate thing. I hope that they create functioning and craftable cannons and cannonballs. I think that would be very fun.
Yeah, I could see that.
Also, maybe maybe another portal type. We've got vertical, we've got horizontal. Maybe one that you enter in at a, I don't know, something angle. That
Sideways.
any whore. Leading to like a new world, like a sky world or like an aether.
Right.
Because I think that would be very nice, because you got the end, which is sort of like darkness, dystopian, terrible. You got hell, which is like, well, the nether, which is basically hell. And I feel like if you have the aether, it'd be sort of like heaven and whatnot.
Well, I
Go
mean,
Wait,
Anglo-Saxon.
they've already
What
got
if-
the Aether coded and all that. Why not just implement that? They've done that with
Yeah,
a lot
exactly.
of other mods. So.
Why don't they have a portal go to that?
Wait, if Nether is hell, then wouldn't the Aether be sort of like Limbo?
No.
What?
You sure?
Limbo.
No.
What?
The end is
I would
limbo.
like to see. I would like to see other dimensions, though.
I mean,
We've
like,
introduced at one point. For Christmas, we introduced the Christmas dimension. It like lagged out our server so badly.
dude, the golem
Yeah.
just
There's snow
multiplying.
golems everywhere.
They were mating like mad.
But
They
but,
were.
yeah, the Christmas dimension is pretty fun.
Yeah, I saw
I like
that
that.
actually.
Yeah, I'd
The
like to maybe
presents were
see
nice.
something a bit
Um,
more like the Halloween dimension.
I'd also
I'm sure
like,
someone's coding it.
Halloween
Yeah.
Town.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one of you guys said it before about air travel.
Yeah, me.
I'd like to see craftable planes and airships.
Yeah.
No?
That was
Yeah,
a
I
long
mean-
time ago. I saw that though. The planes mod
Yeah.
takes a lot of time to construct all this equipment.
It's fair too. I mean, you have to get all this material just to make the plane, and you know,
Right. Yeah, but it's still meh. I mean, we've got our own little plugin for that now, so
Yeah.
less
but I
concerned.
think it'd be really cool having planes, just being able to shoot at people.
Drop
You know-
napalm.
I feel really bad for people who are just new to the server, because now there's going to be, like, there's already overpowered people, like, tier 3, tier 4. Now there's going to be them, like, dropping down from ships, just... They're going to be like,
Oh!
what's going on here?
A perfect thing.
Jump right off the edge of the ship onto their town, start annihilating them.
Oh, you know what? I could do is death from above.
I was about to
Jump
say.
Jump and use Thunder Strike. They're going to be like, what the heck is this?
No. You know what's perfect for the airships? Ropes. You right-click whatever
so
outside
cool.
of a block.
Drop the rope.
Drop the
Jump
rope.
down.
You
yeah.
would be able to drop water buckets though from your ship.
No, like think about this. Like you drop down. You drop down, attack everybody. Then that noob who just got on, you look at him. Then you get on the rope and the ship flies away. They're like,
Oh yeah, and you're dragged along with the rope.
yeah. They're just
That would be
like,
funny. Jack
"What
Sparrowing.
the heck?" And it's just like everybody's stuff like all over the floor.
You can angry.
That'd be so cool.
You can. Maybe if you made a little like quick redstone contraption where you force a piston to push all these blocks down.
It wouldn't fly with it though.
Yeah, it would. You wouldn't have to. Like you could. Well, I mean,
Place it once you
can't
get
build
there.
you can't build in enemy territory, but you could build a ship with a gigantic ladder, and then you could jump up to the ladder and hold on to it as the ship flies away.
Wait,
Yeah.
can
Yes.
you use like simple, just a lever and a piston type of
Well,
thing?
no,
Or
no,
Well,
I
would-
don't think so. No,
yeah.
hold up. Something we didn't test on the ships that we forgot to. Vines.
I'll do it.
We could do the vines, and like you could just jump up to the vine and like hold shift as the ship flies away.
No,
very
it
cool.
won't work because there has to be something behind the.
No, there
the
doesn't.
vine. Otherwise,
no.
No, there
you can-
doesn't. You can hold on to vines if they're just
Yeah.
dangling.
No, there doesn't.
You can't
Yeah,
climb up
That's
them,
right.
but you can hold on.
Oh,
Yeah.
John said ladders don't work, so it's iffy on the.
Ladders
Yeah.
do work. John's just stupid. I fixed it before we put it on the server.
Oh, it's on now. Nice.
But
We must make one right now.
I've
one
had to
last thing
reboot
that I want to
much
see
earlier.
is elevators.
Well, there are already piston elevators.
Well, I'm talking about like legit elevators, like mine elevators that don't involve pistons.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can introduce that with rope and have a pulley system.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. Sort of like an old sort of 1930s mine shaft, like, oh, pull ourselves up. Yeah.
Then you could have like a little panel that you like a GUI that you go into. You click what floor. Then
Oh,
that would
and,
go to like redstone.
And like the pulley after like let's say a year worth of Minecraft time could like slowly start to like break.
Why would you do that? Yo.
It's
No,
I'm just
that'd be awful.
LG, you're making it way too realistic.
He
That's-
wants the rope to snap at a certain point in time.
like after a year or so.
No.
You're a horrible person, LD.
That's awful. They're going up like they try to build like an Empire State Building and they make it go all the way up to 256 and it snaps.
It would make it more real.
Boom. Explosion in the ground.
It's a game,
Yeah.
LG. We're escaping from reality.
Fine, whatever.
Anywho, that's all the stuff that I'd like to see implemented in Minecraft.
All right. Now we're done with that huge section. Let's move on to the server stuff. Angry.
Mar Wars.
More wars!
There has been a bit of fighting and I've liked that I heard recently B&G attacked us. I wasn't even like understanding that
Nice.
happened.
When?
We see a dominated guy every once in a while coming over. It's irritating because he's a thief, but I still like that. It's like it's kind of like it's game for us, you know, like we get to hunt that. It's like something for us to do.
I'm surprised Dominator Guy hasn't tried, actually stealing from us. He's got the pickpocket ability. Why doesn't he use it?
I don't know.
Probably doesn't realize it.
I don't know. I think he does. I don't know. He uses the smoke ability, so why not figure out
Yeah.
that he already accessed the skill list?
He's
so.
probably scared because once he uses anything, he's gonna get like revealed. But I mean,
Yeah.
if you use it and then you use smoke again, like if you have enough mana to do that,
Or use it and then use smoke.
yeah, that's what I said.
By the way, do you get more mana or what have you, the more levels you excel?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And into next tiers, you still gain more and more and more.
Okay.
I don't know how much health I have. I've got over 100 now. It's good times.
Okay.
Yeah, I
But,
have, like,
but yeah, I mean,
100 and something.
I don't know. I'm not sure we even have to wish for more wars, Angry, because we're B&G is coming down with about like 50 other people.
Oh,
Yeah.
shite.
They're growing by like 3 every day.
Yeah, I like that though. I like
How many
how he
do we
like
have in
yelled
our
at me and he's like, "Oh, you know what? I should bring something up to people." So right now in Raj we have like the highest people, and right now there's me, who tier 3 Dragoon. I can one-hit kill almost everything, and Slick. He's tier 4, a merchant. He can one-hit kill everything, and
Okay.
huh?
I'm tier 3.
Well, I
can
mean,
kill
I'm talking
you.
about Sniper Team Johnson.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, and so every once in a while, we formed a military team, and we're Sniper Team Johnson. And look out for us. We go out and we once murdered BNG. We went in there, killed them in like a minute, and left. They were just like, what? And then Vendis kept really mad.
I think I need to raise the price of teleporting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
It seems
no.
to be too easy to do now. Too many people
Some-
are doing it too often.
Some
Yeah.
people like they
Like
won't have the
every
money
10
to
minutes, I
afford it.
see, teleporting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's sort of becoming a big thing. I think when I do all the faction coding, which I have yet to do, for the one in the morning reboot tonight.
Hmm.
I'll
Increase
do
it
the,
to like maybe 10,000.
I don't know, maybe more than that, maybe 15, and then
Yeah,
I'll raise
I
the
was-
set home fee to 25 instead of
1,000?
10. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Just increases by increments as time goes on.
Yeah, as it becomes more common.
It's like if
Anyway.
you have a bank, you're set. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go on, Baron.
What's that?
You
Go on.
got the next.
Yeah.
Yes, quite, yes. I don't know why I went British for a second there.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Oh, actually, that's more Scottish. Anywho, I would like to see like this is a tongue twister for me. Stone brick fort runes
It's kind of.
filled with hostile mobs, just spread out sporadically throughout the environment. It's like one of those, not as
Hold up,
rare, not as rare as a stronghold, but one of those things where it might be in like the middle of a jungle or.
Here's another thing. You remember 1.8, and you
Yeah.
know that whole arrow thing? You know what I completely forgot about? Didn't they put in ruins?
Yeah.
They were supposed to spawn above world?
Yeah, they were.
They
It
were
was supposed to be like they looked like strongholds, and they left like remnants of civilization, but they never
because-
never ended up putting that in.
Because strongholds don't make sense if they're like, at
Well,
level
yeah.
4.
Yeah.
I
With no
feel like
entrance
they were
into them.
supposed to, weren't ruins supposed to, give away strongholds or something? They were supposed to be above them?
Yeah, but I think they tried to fix that with the whole Ender Eye problem.
Yeah.
Wait,
But
what's
I would still like to see runes,
Yeah.
what's a rune compared to ruin?
Well, that's what he means. He means ruins, not runes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was confused. I
Tired.
was like, rune, is that something that I'm just too stupid to understand?
No.
No, I'm just too stupid to write it correctly.
Alright, as long as... Never mind.
All
I
right.
was gonna say, as long as somebody else is stupid, I mean, at least one person's stupid, and that's just a stupid thing to say.
So
Let's
let's
all just
move on
agree
to
that it was LG.
So let's move on to Beach's questions.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
The section where Beach submits about 4 questions every episode, and everyone on the show is supposed to answer them. So, number 1, if the world worked like a computer, what would you do?
Huh.
Real life?
Is that like in terms of programming? Or video games?
God, the
Why
world would
that?
have so many bugs if this were real life world.
God.
There'd be the hackers flying around.
Like the world server would crash. Like we'd like hear on the news Ireland has crashed or Ireland has been DDoS'd. Everyone's
North
been
America has been
evacuated.
picked
No,
up
actually,
and
that would be
moved.
terrible. That would be terrible because I love my Guinness.
Somebody uses like what is it, the like that world edit thing, and they take North America and they move it somewhere else.
Russian terrorists have pirated France. France surrenders.
Move
Or
like
like a reshaping tool. They reform Europe to look like a butt.
And they reform Mexico to look like a penis.
they take
And they reform
the,
Canada to look like a top hat.
And they take Cuba and make it look like the 4chan symbol.
Oh my god.
and then they could like flatten the entire land, so like all things that looked cool is now just flat land.
And then you got Russia looking like a troll face. Oh god.
You'd see the sun in this shape.
This becomes a square.
For some reason,
Somebody would hack
for
the
some
Earth to make it
reason,
in Minecraft. We all know that would happen.
Well, hold up, LG. We're not even supposed to be touching the sun. The world looks like a computer, or works through a computer, not
yeah.
the galaxy.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I can just imagine like countries being renamed things like LOL boobs.
Yeah.
like
So
kind of
you
going to
from
like
LOL
I don't know
boobs?
like Iraq and it's like, oh, welcome to LOL boobs, formerly known as Iraq.
They could rewrite history, make Napoleon, short stack. Stuff like that.
They could like bring back characters from the past and just be like, yeah, I'm Abraham Lincoln and I fight 9-inch tall zombies with Gatling gun penises.
I was thinking, like real life hacks for Abraham Lincoln. He's got like the speed hack, and he can no clip through walls.
He also had
He has no kill, he has God mode on, so when he was being assassinated, he just turns around. What are you trying to do to me?
That tickled.
His head just turns around, like his body's still looking forward, his head just 360.
It turns 1,080 degrees
I
angry.
will say, guys, wars would
1000?
suck. You know
And
why?
then people would like cheat the economy. You remember The Sims? You could use the Rosebud cheat to get more money.
Yes.
Who would make
Or do what
real
you
life
did
into
to,
cheats?
What was it? Spiral Knights. Do what you did there.
Fuck up the economy. Buying keys.
I was gonna say, wars would suck though, because everyone would have aimbots.
If you're part of the army,
They could,
everybody
like,
must
give
Aimbots in God mode.
Unlimited ammo.
No, Montego. If everybody joined in the army, they'd be any age, and they'd probably be a lot of 8-year-olds just complaining.
Oh god.
with headsets.
You'd
Of course,
have
you gotta have
people.
the headsets that the enemies can hear.
Yeah, you'd have children that were just born 20 years old.
You'd hear like those kids who like troll people, like the Xbox people. And you have the
360
immature-
no scope.
You have the immature like
Teabagging.
old people who are like, God, shut up!
You'd
And
have
the
that
little
one,
kids are getting louder and louder.
You'd have that one guy staring directly at the floor with a sniper rifle, and he'd headshot you even though you're across the mountain.
Yeah.
Oh god, the world would be a mess.
Yes.
Anyway,
Huge mess.
Beach's question 2. What if pirates from space attacked the Earth? So an alien invasion with pirates.
I don't know why he has pirates there.
Now, are they humanoid pirates? Or are they more like fucking like what do you call them? Those stereotypical ones.
No, he
Well,
says humans.
Beach has humans.
Um,
Men's.
Oh hells yeah! I would
Mans.
join them in a minute.
Join them.
Hells yeah!
Who
I'd
doesn't
become
want to
their
be a
captain.
space pirate?
I'd
I'm
become their
not sure.
captain. They'd take one look at me and be like, this guy, he leads people.
And I would become first mate.
And I would probably be killed.
You'd
Yes,
be the
you would.
swabby. We'd just have you swab the deck all day. Even if the deck
Actually,
is clean.
he'd probably be on bilge duty.
Even if we're out in the mid. Well, no, he doesn't need bilge duty because, space toilets. But no, we'd just be out roaming
It all
around
has to go
space,
somewhere.
and we'd send him out there without an astronaut helmet, and he'd just be swabbing the deck, dying, head exploding.
Eyes
And
popping out.
Angry can be my cannon man.
Yeah.
Hey baby,
You'd handle all of the cannons.
Nice.
Like we'd have
Angry,
a
you
little
could be my
turret
cannon
gun in
man
our room for you.
anytime.
And all it does is shoot cannons.
What?
He said you can be my cannon man anytime, and you were like, nice. I think this Beach's cue to say, what are you gay? Oh, Chris.
That's only the question for Eldin, and it doesn't even have to be answered.
So
Oh,
that's what
fuck
would
you.
happen if we ran into space pirates. I would command the ship and then give everyone
John said he'd lead the resistance.
stuff.
So, poor
Yeah,
John. John's dead.
come on,
Hey
man.
John,
Angry's
I
aim.
do know what people taste like, and I would eat you.
My aim.
Anyway, question 3. Where would you see yourself if you never was in Creeper's Den?
Never was beach.
Well, you see, for
He's
beach,
just terrible.
he still would be spelling as bad.
He's spelling worse.
So yeah, it's spelling worse because we wouldn't yell at him.
Well, I mean, you gotta answer for yourself.
Yeah, I know.
I
Thinking.
would probably be at a strip club, working
Still?
working so hard.
Wait, Mom, would you be the one announcing or the one?
Well, technically, since I'm 20, I could be a stripper now.
But
I'd probably still announce. It's more fun that way.
okay,
People love my voice.
I'd probably be stuck at home doing nothing, but bored.
Probably be playing PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I probably would. That and really wouldn't talk to Nick or Zelda.
Or anyone.
I would
know.
probably be working down on the tall ships down at South Street Seaport.
For me, I'd probably, I don't know, I guess I'd be hanging out with one of my friends a lot, and
Out,
Yeah.
not really
social
on my
life.
computer. Huh?
hanging
Have more of a
out.
social life.
Oh no, well yeah, but no, no,
Yeah, I get what you mean. Less of,
Now
less
I
of an
do.
actual social. You get what I'm saying.
now. I mean, it's like hang out. What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Calm down. Alright.
Both
If
of
you
me.
could go anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
In or on?
In.
Damn.
I'd be in the center of the earth.
Why?
Well, but you're just gonna burn. Stupid Albanian. Goddamn.
Disabled man.
He probably took a look at it and saw 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit and was like, oh, well, I think they mean it's more like 10 degrees Celsius. And this is like winter in Florida. God damn, so bad with numbers. Anyway, myself, I'd probably be in Canada.
Why?
Quebec.
Why?
I've never been to Canada and I want to go.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a trip down to Canada pretty soon with a few
Down to
friends.
Canada?
Actually. Yes, down to Canada. I'm north of Canada.
Well, actually, what
That's
I'd
where Connecticut is. Anyway, no, I'm probably gonna go up to Canada pretty soon, sometime this summer. Actually, we're planning on making the trip at least for a weekend.
Very nice.
Maybe I'll take a camera and record. But
Hey,
other than
Mon,
that, I don't know. Yeah,
while you're up there, you should definitely try poutine.
poutine.
Yes, it's French fries, cheese curds, and chicken gravy.
Oh,
that doesn't
Oh, hungry.
sound that delicious.
you don't sound that delicious. You hate bacon. You don't tell me.
I don't like bacon. Fuck
LG, you have officially lost the right to speak.
Ha!
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Angry.
I would probably go to either Japan or Germany. I don't know which one would be the number one, but the reason is because I think 5th grade through really 7th grade, my friend, he actually speaks Japanese, and I used to hang out with him a lot, and now I really don't.
Master?
Okay,
Don't worry
and
about
really, I didn't hear you all that well. And so I'd like to go there because I used to like that. And Germany, probably because I am German and I kind of like to see it, I guess.
I want to hang out
Yeah.
with some Nazi blind girls. That'd be pretty sweet. Anyway, next up, coming
Hey,
attractions.
wait.
Oh yeah, we forgot you.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Sorry, I thought, yeah, LG answered first.
Yeah,
For
LG,
some
you
reason
suck.
I connected it to you.
Anywho, let's see, where would I go and why? Probably either back to Scotland or Canada or Italy. Because
Canada,
Scotland,
Scotland, or-
because I just love the people there and I love the booze. I love
I
the
would
women.
definitely, I would definitely check out the castles up there.
Oh yeah, I did that. It was fantastic. And let's see, what For Italy, it's because I love to eat and they have food.
They have
And
food.
Canada, just because of poutine. Honestly, it is that good.
All right. Okay, anyway, next up, coming attractions. We have nothing pre-recorded as usual. I told you I've been coding a lot and sleeping a lot, so
In a world where
I'm
Mont
catching-
has nothing recorded.
I am catching up with my stuff. We'll get some backlog going eventually.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry to keep doing that. Anyway, Angry.
Yeah?
Go
Oh.
on, next section.
Alright, shout-outs. I'd like to shout out to the people who are listening in right now. That's U140, John Thomas Beach. I was about to say LD, and then Zelda.
Who left already?
Yeah.
A little bit early.
And then apparently, somebody wrote this for me, but I'll say it anyways. Sandwich.
Huh.
Sandwich.
Probably
I
LG.
didn't-
I didn't write that.
It was
it's
there,
food.
so why not?
It's food, so it's
No,
clearly
it's
you.
sandwich. I don't
I
write sandwich.
have a custom shout out from Beach that I actually need to slip in here.
Aye, aye,
LG
Captain.
is a harlot.
No, 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 no,
And
no, no,
then
no, no,
I
I'm not a harlot.
and then I would actually like to make a shout out to JoJo, who's I don't know, feeling a bit down, I guess. She's all sort of emo-ish lately. 'Cause
JoJo!
apparently she had a bad day today and no one was really here to listen to her. I was busy napping and coding and, everyone else was just not listening, I suppose.
Jojo, I give you hug from Giant Man.
Anyway, and you got some shout-outs?
Yes, I've got quite a bit. Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to the real Luna Moonflower, whose account I use. She's my girlfriend, and congrats as well on graduating. Also, I'd like to shout out to Doc Potions and Celestria Crimson, as well as all Aces 13, 3 of my closest friends. Doc actually makes me these awesome, turn-of-the-century things, like tankards and what have you, and CC's just always been there for me. And not to mention everyone else who's been tuning in, and subscribing to Creeper's Den, because, without you guys, I'm sure that, we wouldn't be here, right, guys?
We'd all
Probably
be
not.
bored.
I wouldn't have the money.
I'd also like to give a shout out to Gabriel J. Montegro, Angry, everyone's favorite Albanian, LG.
I'm everyone's favorite Albanian?
Fine.
Apparently.
Boring.
What?
You're
You're
everyone's
the only
favorite
Albanian available.
Well,
Yeah.
there's my sister, but she's not really available, so I guess...
Oh, she's available already.
Oh, you bastard!
Also, I'd like to say, thank you for having me on your program, guys. It's been a hoot and a holler. That's the Southern in me talking.
It's been fun, man.
Yes. I like your friend, Doc Potions. That's so cool.
Oh yeah, he's the one who makes all the tankards and stuff. Yeah,
Awesome.
He's
wanna
in
fire
California.
him.
All
I
right.
have a question for you. Did you used to live in Ireland? I mean, Scotland?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm just very well traveled for my age. I've been to England 3 times, Spain once, Italy once, Scotland once, Canada once,
Nice.
Switzerland once. Yeah, I've been all over the place, but of all of them, Scotland was my favorite because the locals like to screw with you.
Oh,
Like when I was there, they have these berries there that are called sloe berries, SLOE. They make sloe gin from them, and they're really sour, and they look like bloated blueberries. Anyway, I was with a Scotsman, and he's like, "Oh, come over here and try this berry here." I'm like, "Okay," me being the stupid American. So I pop in my mouth and I bite down. I'm just like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" He's like, "You're a fucking hilarious lad." Like I also I've actually. It's so funny because when I was there, I actually ended up convincing them I was from the Highlands because I don't know if you can tell, but I can do that Scottish kind of accent, like, so yeah, my name's Tim Gotland, I'm from Edinburgh, Scotland, but, originally I'm from the Highlands. Right now I'm living out in America with me folks because we had a lot better because, times are tough.
That's so cool.
But yeah, my favorite person to do? Sean Connery. Yes.
I know you love to have sex with Sean Connery. Everyone does.
Well,
Bond
that's
and all
because
that.
That's because I'm sick and I know it.
I'm sexy and I know it.
All right, before we get into too bad of a situation in terms of copyright, this has been Montegro.
Angry Devil 2 and 6.
Toga 2002.
Luna Moonflower, aka JC.
Baron von Copperschmidt.
And we'll check you out next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Toodles.
Love you.